Hi everybody, this is Randy from Randy's Crafty Creations, and I want to bring to you today a how-to video on how to make this card with the one of the new hostess sets that's coming out in the new annual catalog June 1st, 2017, and it is called Tranquil Tulips. So let me show you the set. So it's a host set, and it's available when you either have a party where you earn host rewards of $150 or more in product sales, or you place an order yourself and you can earn this set for free. I really like it a lot because of the watercolor effect that it has in it. It's a photopolymer stamp set. You can see how much I used it. Love it. You've got the big tulip here. You have the smaller tulips. You have a clump of stems. You have the leaves, some other little flowers and embellishments. So I'm really excited about this one. It was one of the ones I had to get in my pre-order. As a demonstrator, we were allowed to pre-order the 1st of May to be able to order products, to be able to start making things to show you guys before the new catalog comes out. So this is the front of the new catalog. I cannot open it. It's against Stampin' Up policy. I do apologize, but I have sent out many, many catalogs, so a lot of you should have them in your hands, and you've been able to look through them. Look at all my tabs. And you've been able to look through them, and so you can see all the goodness that I'm talking about. So again, this goes live June 1st, 2017. There's still time if you want me to go ahead and send you one. All you need to do is become a customer. Go into my shopping page, randycollins.stampinup.net, and go ahead and make a purchase, and I'll go ahead and send you a catalog. I'm sorry I can't send you those for free. They're very thick. They cost about $8 to ship. To not send it first class, so you get it in a timely manner. So I really need you to be a customer for me to send your catalog, but I would love to send one to you. Also, if you have any questions about becoming a demonstrator, because you could become a demonstrator and put all this goodness in your kit today if you wanted to, and have it a little bit early, that would be great. You can email me at randycollins.247@gmail.com, and all that information will be below this video so that you can access it. Also, if you want to visit my blog, I update my blog, my Crafty Creations, Randy's Crafty Creations Facebook page. Once you become a customer, you hop on over to my VIP page on Facebook. Lots of ways to get new information and new inspiration. So thank you for joining me, and let's go ahead and get started. Let me show you the rest of the things I'm using. So I made this in Calypso Coral. I'm using a piece of Calypso Coral cardstock as my card base. If you take a piece of 8.5 by 11 and you cut it in half at 5.5, that'll give you 2 cards. We'll score this in half. This one's cut 5.5 by 8.5. We'll score it in half, okay, and that's how we're going to make our card base. This piece of Whisper White I'm going to use to make my tag, and to make my tag I'm using one of the new bundles, Label Me Pretty. It's got these really nice labels, and it also has a coordinating punch, so I'll show you that in just a second. So I'm going to use that for that. I'll put that over there. I am using a piece of Whisper White cardstock to stamp my tulips on, and my Whisper White is 3 1/8 by 4 5/8. I'm using 2 pieces of Old Olive. This first piece is 4 3/4 by 3 1/4. And the second piece is 4 by 5 1/4. And then I have this pretty watercolor piece of paper. Look at these watercolor daisies. I so didn't notice this in the paper pack at first. So this is the Delightful Daisy Designer Series paper pack. And I apologize because I have several packs together in one wrapper, as it's easier for me to put away. Look at some of these papers. They're so, so pretty. Look at those. All right, I'm going to flip it over so you can see the backs. Look at that one. And that one. And that one. And there's that. And there's that. And then the back of the one that I use for the tulips has these vines on it. And then the front is that watercolor tulip look. So a really nice pack of paper to make flowers on. So I cut this piece out 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. All right, so let me go ahead and get my 2 Whisper Whites, and we'll get started. I'm also going to use my Stampin' Scrub and Stampin' Mist, so let me go ahead and get that ready to go. Sorry, I say a lot. All right. That is the best way to clean our stamps, any stamps, the photopolymer or the red rubber. Let me go ahead and set this aside. 4 blocks today. I'm going to use my I block, my H block, my D block, and my C block, just so I can keep most of them mounted. So, first thing we're going to do actually is make our label. So I'm going to get out Label Me Pretties. Now this is a red rubber set. It's red rubber, but in our catalog, it's called a clear amount set. And it's called a clear amount set because it's it got foam cushion on it. All right. And it will stick to our clear blocks, just like that. All right. So it's called a clear mount. Our clear stamps, the ones that are totally see-through, are photopolymer stamps. And then, of course, we have some sets available in wood block. Butterfly Basics is available in all 3, but most stamps are either available in one of the 3 or 2 of the 3. So I'm going to ink this stamp up first, and I'm going to stamp it up in the middle of the paper, just like that. Okay. Then I'm going to take my Stampin' Scrub and clean that off. We sprayed the mist on the one side. We just wipe, and we're done. All right, and then I'm going to use the phrase that's in here that says, "You are the best." So I'm just going to mount that on my block. Tap it a little bit in my Pear Pizzazz ink. Stamp it on there, and that's done. So let me clean this off. Again, with my Stampin' Scrub. Cleans your stamps really nicely, keeps them conditioned and ready to use again. All right, I'm going to go ahead and take this and slide it into my punch. Our punches lay nice and flat, so they're easy to store. I'm going to slide it in, and you can see I used a scrap piece. I don't have much to hold on to, but it's just enough to hold on to punch that out. So now I already have my label for that made. All right, so we set that aside. Set that aside. Okay, I left my ink open because we're going to start building our tulip. So I'm going to start by using the 3 stems. And okay. All right, so I'm going to put my cardstock down. I have to turn this to the side when I'm using this block. I've mentioned before I have some gripping issues. Okay, stamp that down very lightly. I'm sorry if that was off camera. I apologize. Let me move this just a little bit. See if that doesn't make it better. All right, I'm still going to leave my Pear Pizzazz open because, let me clean this. I'm going to do the leaves after I do the petals. You're also going to want to get a scratch piece of paper because you're going to want to stamp off if you're using just one color of ink. And I'll show you what I mean by that with this larger tulip, because I'm going to start with the larger one and I'm taking all the pieces out. All right, sorry about that. My iPad ran out of storage space, so it just cut off on us. Anyhow, what I was saying was you want to get a scrap piece of paper to stamp off on, because I'm only going to use one color ink. And with the one color ink, I'm going to show you how to get the 2 different looks. Okay? Let me zoom out. All right, so I'm going to use the Calypso Coral. And I made a video on how to open our ink pads, just for those that don't know. But if you put your finger on this ledge and push down on these 3 dots, you'll push it up, pop it open, and slide it. So I know I was confused at first. So in case anybody else is, there you go. Okay, so I'm going to make the big tulip first. And I'm going to put the big tulip in the center. So I'm going to stamp it in my ink. And I'm going to stamp it off on my scrap paper, because I just want a very light image. Now you could certainly use another color underneath. You don't have to use the same color. I like to use the same color just because I like the look. And I'm going to show you some more looks that I played with last night when I was live online on Facebook. Some of my customers joined me, and they were picking different color combinations that they wanted to see, and we had a lot of fun with that. So okay, let me go ahead and whoops, wrong one. Let me go ahead and stamp off and stamp on. Okay, and stamp off and stamp on. All right, so I have the base now to all my tulip pieces. I'm cleaning off my stamp. All right, and now I'm going to put all the toppers in. So the topper for the big tulip is this one right here with the detail in it. So I'm going to ink it up, and I'm going to use it full strength this time. So one ink pad will get you several different looks of ink when you do different generation stamping. So the stamping directly to paper is first generation, and what we did with stamping off one time is called second generation stamping. And it all has a very, very cool effect, and with all different inks. And like I said, I'll show you those in a moment. All right. Now let's go ahead and do the little guys. We'll do one and the other. Perfect. See how pretty that is? I love it. All right. So we can put those away. Now let me put them away before I lose them. So that one goes there. And this one goes here. I clean as I go, so I can just... I usually put away as I go too, but I find that I really need these pieces left out. So then we have these cute little stamen. And I should really have these on an A block, but I don't have one on my table right this second. And you can do your stamen. I did them in brown, in the chocolate chip, on my original card here. And it was just a little more subtle. I'm going to do these in black, because someone last night asked me they wanted to see them in black. So let's see. And I think this just adds the finishing touch to our tulips. All right, let me clean that off. And then we'll do the pear pizzazz again for the leaves. Put that on there. It has a protective sheet that you'll put over top of it when you're done. So let me move some of these blocks. All right. And there's two different leaves, so I'm going to stamp one of the straight ones up here. I'm going to turn it around because you can play with it, and stamp this one here. Okay, and then I like the one with the little bent, looks like a bunny rabbit ear. Sorry, I'm not a flower person. There's probably a word for this, for what this leaf is or what the leaf is doing, but I'm not a flower person, so I don't really know. And one there. Excellent. All right, so let me put this down here. I'll clean those in a minute. Close up my ink pad, and we'll go ahead and start putting this card together. All right, let me go ahead and get some of my snail adhesive. I'm going to attach this to one of my pieces of old olive, my smaller piece of old olive. wonderful. All right. I'm going to take my Designer Series piece of paper and attach it to the larger piece of Old Olive. Okay. And then I'm going to put some adhesive on here. I'm not using dimensionals yet. I'm going to use dimensionals on my tag. So I'm just going to put this down solidly on the background piece. Great. All right, before I put that on, let me go ahead and get my Simply Scored tool, and we're going to go ahead and score this piece of Calypso coral. So like I said, it measures 5.5 by 8.5, and we're going to score it at 4 1/4. And that's all you do. Just put it on your scoreboard. Use your scoring tool to score it so that you can have a nice fold. And I'm going to get my bone folder and give it a nice tight crease. And there we have our card. All right. Wonderful. So let's go ahead and take our snail adhesive and put it on the back so that we can attach our card. And because it's not embossed, because it's not dry embossed, I can just do the snail on both sides, and it's enough to make my card stick. All right, so we have that. Let me get some of our dimensionals. Our dimensionals are awesome. It's just the right amount of height. No waste because they're in this honeycomb shape. They are $4 for a pack of 300. I just stick one on every order, and then this way I never run out. I always need to put $4 somewhere, either in Hostess rewards or in sales to hit a Hostess reward bump. But the good thing about being a demonstrator, you get your discount and you earn Hostess rewards. So even if you don't want to do it as a business, just to sign up as a demonstrator to get the goodies and get a discount on it is totally worth it. Excellent. All right, you're the best. So that's on dimensionals. So now I have these 3 cards. Speaking of these 3 cards, so in June, if you place an order of or have a party of $350 or more, you get an extra $35 in host rewards. But also for June, to kick off the new catalog, if you want to go over to my blog, please, at randiscraftycreations.com and leave a comment, I'm going to make a card pack with these cards, and I'm going to go ahead and send it to a random winner. I'll pick a winner on June 1st. So again, you need to enter, no purchase necessary, but you do need to go over to my blog, to the coordinating blog post, and leave a comment, and I will pick someone random from the comments from this post to get this card pack. So that's as a thank you from me to you for being a wonderful customer. I want to show you some of the other combinations we worked on last night. So one of my customers had asked to see it in real red. And remember, I stamped off, so I've got 1st generation stamping and 2nd generation, and that's real red. This one is So Saffron. This one is Bermuda Bay, and as I was reminded, there are no Bermuda Bay tulips, but maybe we'll need to make a blend like that. Rose Red, Peekaboo Peach, Elegant Eggplant, and then Berry Burst and Crushed Curry. So as you can see, these tulips look fantastic in any color combination that you pick. Like I said, I went with the corals because it worked with this piece of paper, and that's what I wanted to use. So anyhow, again, if you go over to my blog, randiscraftycreations.com, and leave a comment on the coordinating blog post, you'll be entered into the drawing to win this card pack, and I'll make it up. If you scroll further into my blog, you'll see how I make up my card packs. Let me grab one real quick. Oh, but I make up my card packs, and then I put them in a cellophane bag, and then I put the cute little card topper, bag topper on top, and they'll come to you like that with 3 envelopes as well. And again, just leave a comment on the coordinating blog post, and I will draw at random on June 1st to send somebody a card pack as a thank you. So again, if you have any questions, you can email me at randycollins.247@gmail.com. You can shop my page 24/7 at randycollins.stampinup.net. Visit my blog, visit my Facebook page. I've always got all kinds of ideas and inspiration. If there's something you want to see, let me know, and I'll be happy to demo it for you. So again, thanks for watching. I'm Randy from Randy's Crafty Creations, and have a great day.